the current education, by and large, is failing people to prepare them for the life that they truly desire. It matters big time. And I mean big, big time how you get introduced to software engineering. Hey, what's going on? It's your man Ken Nova Naoji, founder of Wazzle AI and Nova Code Academy. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a software engineer? In this video, I'm going to describe some of the perks about being a software engineer, some of the things that you can look forward to, and the reason why it's the best investment that you can make in your life long term. So let's go ahead and get into it. Why become a software engineer? Well, first of all, as you've heard me talk about in different videos, you've heard about so many people saying there's ways for you to get into technology without learning how to program. You've heard that so many different times. You won't need to learn how to program. You don't need to learn how to code. And have you ever wondered why? Why is that? Well, you have to assume that part of the reason why is people think that it's too difficult for them to do. And yes, there are other ways to get into technology and have a high-paying job without learning how to program. However, those jobs still don't teach you how to be able to build apps. So yes, you might be making the same type of income that a programmer makes. However, you don't have the skill that a programmer makes that makes them so valuable to a company, but also so valuable to themselves and to their vision, their long-term vision. Without going into the comparison of different technology jobs, whether it be sales or being a scrum master or project manager or cybersecurity, without going into that, the main thing I'm going to talk about is, as a software engineer, what it prepares you to be able to do and what your lifestyle is like. As I may have mentioned in another video, before I got into programming, I actually was serving an apprenticeship as a tailor. For me, one of the things is I've always been interested in building things. I felt like when I was in college, if I wasn't actually making a product or making something, I felt like I was wasting my time. You know, Scantrons, essays, all that type of stuff. My mind and almost my spirit had to be engaged in what I'm doing, or else I felt like it's a waste of time. So had interest in learning how to make suits. By the way, my apprenticeship was in Beverly Hills, so premium, which has always been something that's really important for me. So afterwards, the idea of getting into software engineering introduced itself to me through my family. At first, I was hesitant. I thought that I would be betraying my vision and my dreams. As soon as I began the journey of being an engineer, as soon as I did my first task, I was able to understand how easy this was possibly going to be, but also how powerful this skill is. I say all this to give you a recap of, first of all, you do not have to think that you are a software engineer in order to be one. It's something that I did not always think that I would be interested in. In fact, it's something that was just not really on my radar. However, when I tried it out, it became something that was engaging. And that leads me to one of the first things. It matters big time. And I mean big time how you get introduced to software engineering. Some people have it introduced to them in high school. And if you've had software engineering introduced to you in high school, there's a large possibility that it was not presented to you in the right way. What I mean by this is that, first of all, there is the misuse of languages for doing things that people don't even use those programming languages for. So in reality, based off of my observance, and I have been a mentor through Microsoft for local high schools teaching programming, and have been, a volunteer in a number of different scenarios for high school education, merely because, once again, I have a passion for getting people into it, because it's something that I wish was introduced to me at that stage. So what's happening is that the people in high school are literally facing a curriculum probably not been revised in the past 10 or 15 years, to be honest. And because of that, there may be frustration. You know, people want to know, the youth want to know, what you're teaching me, how does that connect to my real life? And this is why the education landscape as a whole, it's being changed. I mean, it needs to be understood that the past paradigms are truly, and I mean to say this in the best way possible, they're being replaced. The current education, by and large, is failing people to prepare them for the life that they truly desire. And many people are realizing that they need to be connected directly to an opportunity where they could start practicing the skill, the craft, the career that they desire to get themselves in. So with that being said, learning how to be a software engineer, a programmer, a builder of technical products, it needs to be introduced to you in the right way, in a way that's engaging. Fortunate for me, when I went to a coding bootcamp, I found it being engaging. And then of course, because of my natural passion and creativity, that is one of the core first things that I wanted to talk about. Now, secondly, when you do get yourself into the craft and career, what does it look like? There are a couple of different words that you really want to get ingrained in your mind as a software engineer. I think the first one is responsibility and maybe a mixture of accountability. I've been going on this journey reading some very valuable books, and the reason why I'm using responsibility plus accountability is because responsibility, it turns out, does not mean what we've all been taught for so long that it means. When you think of the word responsibility, ask yourself, what does it mean to you? Well, in reality, responsibility consists of two words. Of course, the word response and then ability. So that means that responsibility is really the ability to choose your response. In relationship to software engineering, the word that I would present that is very, very important is accountability. And that means that you are somebody that takes accountability for the tasks that are consisting of building the project that you're working on. So taking accountability, taking responsibility of what you are going to be working on, and doing it to the best of your ability is some of the mindset that it takes in order to be a software engineer. Then one of the other ones is this: you need to have an understanding of how to do research. Everything about being an engineer is about research. And now with AI, with ChatGPT, it's never been easier for you to do research, because before, as engineers, we have to synthesize, several different pages of information on different Google links in order for us to find solutions that work for us. And now people can just enter in the query that they have directly to GPT-4 or any of them. From there, receive the direct response of a direct solution to their coding question that they have. So it's never been easier for you to be a software engineer than it is now. It's also never been more valuable to become a software engineer, because now it allows you to be able to get on board with this new technology world that is currently being built. I know that we are all experiencing a lot of technological innovation coming in different realms. And friends, I am here to tell you that this is only going to continue and accelerate. By getting the technical skills of learning how to build products, you are putting yourself in a situation to where you will be able to not just participate, you also have the ability to innovate and get ahead by creating products that are what you imagine it to be. And that is one of the most valuable things about getting into the space right now. Some people do not realize that yes, there are other ways that you can get into technology, high paying jobs that are in technology, but there's only one craft that's going to empower you to be able to build and innovate in the technology space, and that involves the path of learning how to program. So first of all, how you learn, how you're introduced to programming is really, really important. Second of all, remember, you need to have the mindset of accountability, mindset of responsibility, and of course, the ability to research. If you have these things introduced to you when you are learning how to program, you're gonna be well on your way to a really bright future, and one that allows you to be an innovator and a power player. So if you're looking to get into this space and you have genuine desire to just get your footing into this space, whether you know if it's something that you can do or not, I would encourage you to look in to the Nova Code Academy. We have 4 cohorts each year, and it is the premium way to be introduced to programming in a way that's engaging, a way that's interactive. And on the journey of learning how to program, you are also building your product idea that you have, whether that be a game, an app, or a website, whatever it may be. You are on the journey of building it during this 3 to 4 month program. So I look forward to seeing you in there. Thank you for checking out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and look forward to seeing you on top. It's your man, Nova.